It's pretty much green and black.
That was just cruel. That was actually cruel. Anyway,
Glad to be of service.
since we're talking about misery, let's talk about those. How do you call them? The New Year's challenges? Not New Year's challenges, generally.
It's just
right?
challenge. It's just people normally started in January. That's
Yeah.
why.
So that one that has been trending for a while, as you tell me, it's called what? Hard 75.
75 hard.
75
yeah.
hard,
It's
yeah.
not new. I think it's at least 2 years old, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's still trending. We're gonna talk about it nevertheless.
Anyway.
It's a thing. Basically, 75 hard. It became like super viral, and I think it even got to Men's Health, to GQ. Basically, everyone was talking about it. And then there are lots of variations, which we're gonna come to. But basically, 75 hard. You do 2 workouts a day, at least one of them outdoors, 45 minutes long. You drink a gallon of water. I don't know how much it is, but it does sound like
3.5 liters, I think.
no idea. But
I think so,
a
yeah.
gallon sounds like a lot. You obviously don't drink any alcohol. You choose your healthy diet like keto or so on, and you stick to it. And you read at least 10 pages of non-fiction book. And if there are no cheat days, if you fail one day, you get to start all over.
All over again.
All over.
That sounds doable, but at the same time harsh. Do you get days off if you're ill?
I think you have to start over. But
Start
those are
over.
the rules. The rules are
Brutal.
quite simple, really.
and you go for 75 days.
Yes, 7.
Straight.
Well,
Okay.
you know, it's kind of in the name.
Yeah. Well, I understand. So is that still a popular thing?
I think I've Googled it recently, so the most popular searches are probably from last year, but no, it's very much a thing. But what's new about the thing, that there are variations for it, and that's actually quite funny.
Yeah. So like hot 100 or something?
No, I mean soft variations. So there is 75 soft/medium, which is very similar, but you drink a little bit less water and you do only 1 workout a day. And there is one which is absolutely hilarious. That's why I have my phone with me, because I can't memorize it. And I don't want to memorize it.
Well, luckily
It's
you don't have to.
called 75 hotter.
75 hotter.
Hotter,
What does
which...
that mean? You watch porn consistently every day for 75 days?
Does it make you hotter?
No,
though?
no, but maybe in your mind that you think that's hotter now.
Well, is it going to be your challenge, Alex?
I don't know. I really can't do more than than hotter 30. I think that's where I break. maybe earlier.
So 75 hotter is considered, and I found this so disgusting because women have been fighting for their rights for like hundreds of years. It's considered to be like 75 hard, but for women, which kind of implies that 75 hard is not for women. Anyway, so
Because
75
women are weak?
Anyway, let's not get into that because it actually made me pretty angry.
Really?
So, well, what does it mean 75 hotter? It's like 75 hard, but for women. What does this but even mean?
So, but the point is they reduce the intensity because they think that women are weak.
Well,
Whoever
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the creator of them.
All right.
So what it includes, walk 10,000 steps per day, which is the normal, it's
like
literally
you go,
the norm.
You go to the subway and back and then...
Yeah, and then you go to groceries and it's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So that's the first challenge. You eat proteins and greens, which is, again, that's kind of what you do. You hydrate with no specification, which means you drink whatever. Then you do a closing shift in your home every night.
A closing shift?
A closing shift. It means you kind of clean up a little bit and, cleanse the space and then you go to sleep. It basically...
What the fuck? What does that even mean?
You intentionally connect with a friend every week, but define intentionally.
What's an intentional connection
What's
with a friend? Oh, like you run into someone walking down the street. That's unintentional, I guess. The intentional is you text your.
I
you
guess,
text your friend.
but Bear in mind, this is a 75-day challenge, so
When are we getting to the hot part?
I'm not sure because, the next one is drink alcohol mindfully.
My-
I mean, I think the bottle of Veuve Clicquot I drank before we got sick was very mindful. I drank it very mindful in the American bar.
so there are no KPIs attached to this.
Literally none whatsoever. There is creative workout and recovery schedule. And mine could be like once a month I'm gonna stretch. That's a schedule. I mean, right?
Create a workout schedule, but it doesn't say that you have to have a workout every day.
No, it doesn't say anything. It literally says creative workout and recovery schedule. You doesn't even say stick to it. It just says
You just create a schedule.
It creates it. It gets better. Do aesthetic self-care weekly. So it's literally like clean your face, brush your teeth. I don't. Why weekly?
Wash your armpits.
Why is it just weekly?
Basically, you have to wash at least once a week, in other words.
I assume so. I mean, I'm reading this out.
I mean, that's...
Next one is even better. Track progress with photos that reflect state of mind. So literally take selfies. I don't know how it's going to make you hotter.
Here I'm taking selfie, not doing my workout.
Sorry, gonna. Okay, and the 10th, last but not the least, practice positive self-talk. Sorry, can't talk today. Practice positive self-talk, whatever that.
Positive self-talk is like, you look
You're
beautiful
doing
today.
so well.
You're doing so well.
You've washed your armpits.
You wash your armpits.
It's Monday. I know you're doing so.
And
You've
it's not
created a schedule.
And it hasn't
You're
even
doing
been a week, and you already washed yourself.
So apparently that's a thing. Apparently that's a very popular spin.
Any celebrities jumping on board, or?
I don't know, but it's like everywhere. TikTok, YouTube. It's a thing.
Okay.
I don't know. No, which one is your favorite? I think mine is hydrated. Just hydrate.
They're all quite good.
They're all good. They're so good.
I mean, just like the complete absence of any tracking or KPIs whatsoever is quite staggering. And this is called Hotter 40, right? Did you say?
No, Alex. What's wrong with you?
I forget.
What's wrong with you? No, you're never gonna get hotter.
But I think I already reached the ceiling of hotter.
It's called 75 hotter.
75 75 hotter, and it explicitly says that it's for women.
Well, the creator of the challenge. I mean, but who am I? Who am I to blame? I mean, she has a right to create it, right?
No, she can.
Her.
But
it literally says, "I'm sorry." I lost it. I swear it was there. Okay, very, very not fun for viewers.
No, that's fine.
Like 75 hard, but I know I lost it.
That's
okay. I swear.
It's there. But
there.
The implication is, or at least the assumption is, that it is for the women.
It says it. I just lost it.
It says it.
It's so like 75 hard, but for women.
So it actually says it in
yeah,
print, right? Yeah. So, okay, and it's created by a woman, at least.
Yeah. At least it's created by a woman.
Well, listen. If that's something that appeals to certain women, then why not, right? Maybe it's a good entry point to an actual hard 75 or whatever other challenge. But having said that, in my humble experience, unless you attach certain performance tracking or specific goals or anything to any challenge, you're probably not gonna see many results which would be of benefit, because you give yourself way too many ways out in this version of it.
So many rooms, such a huge, massive room for interpretation.
Yeah, you can interpret all of that really, really, really wrong.
You can have a basically bottle of champagne while creating a workout schedule.
Yeah.
Snacking on a lobster, but that's protein.
But that's protein.
That's protein.
Yeah, that makes sense. Drink mindfully, did you
Drink
say? Drink
mindfully. Drink
mindfully, yeah.
mindfully.
So certainly that helps. But you're right. In the age of so many women fitness influencers and just promotion of women just being just as tough and as capable as men, this is an odd time.
This is like 10 steps back in
It's
time.
10 steps back, yeah. Because at least when we're talking about high women with high drive, which are like just as many, or I'm sure in many cases are more than men. Those women reading this would be what the fuck is that?
That was me.
Yeah, and so I see why you're getting angry because like when I go to the gym these days, you see so many incredibly fit women, which and you know how much discipline and how much hard work, nutrition, sacrifice in terms of not drinking, probably not going out too
Not
often,
even mindfully.
getting some just like not even mindfully, and you can see that there is like an extremely strict schedule, like just looking after every single calorie, like counting your macros, doing workouts which are scientifically based probably, and doing them at the right time of day, watching all of your like stats on the say base, like real athletes who are not actually athletes, but this is just like what they do outside of work.
They
right?
probably
So-
have like they may be traders, analysts.
yeah,
Yeah.
all different people, and you're like that kind of person is not did not get there by
By drinking mindfully.
by drinking
And
mindfully
creating a
and
schedule.
creating what's called workout
and
schedule
recovery.
and recovery. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure 10,000 steps didn't give them those bodies. So, but I guess this is for those who are feel intimidated by doing like a really big change and they're very stressed about it. Like when you're probably really unfit, you've had a long time when you haven't been productive and procrastinating, and we've all been in those spaces. That's probably an easier entry point into a disciplined self, but even that argument doesn't quite hold up because there's no accountability
Literally
whatsoever.
zero.
Yeah.
I think speaking of, obviously, there are lots of injured people, people who have been making wrong choices and they want to change. I think 75 soft is actually quite good. So it means you do one workout a day, but again, one workout can be intense walk, it can be joint mobilization, can be yoga, which is very, very much doable.
Yeah.
Everyone without disability or severe health issue can do one work a day, because it doesn't have to be HIIT class, it doesn't have to be really heavy lifting, like it can be light jog, even a brisk walk is pretty good, and that does give you KPI one a day.
But when I say 2 workouts,
I'm talking now about 75 soft.
Yeah. But like when it says 2 workouts, does it count just a brisk walk, for instance, as a workout, or it actually goes? You have to raise your heart rate, you have to run, or you have to lift.
Well, the creator of the challenge doesn't specify it, but there was a lot of debate for it. And to me, if it's sometimes it's a brisk walk, yes, it counts, but it can't be your walk with your back to your office. That doesn't really count.
Yeah.
As long as sometimes it's a walk, sometimes it's a light jog, yes, that all counts. But if you run to like grocery store to pick up beer and you walked 500 meters, that probably doesn't count. Actually, proper brisk walk.
I'm not sure I agree with this approach though, like completely 75 hard, because you need to have recovery. It's very important, especially as you get older. The recovery days are super important. And unless you're a professional athlete doing like non-stop workouts every day for 75 days, you're probably gonna do yourself harm. Like almost guaranteed you're gonna do yourself harm. You're gonna have way more stress hormones just accumulating. Your body won't have time to recuperate. Your muscles won't grow simply because they're just too overstressed and they didn't have time to properly heal and build up. Your joints might be messed up. You might accumulate the systemic fatigue, and then in the end of the day you might you might get a brutal flu, just like we did.
Yeah, without
Like,
doing 75 hard.
yeah, I think 75 hard is not for everybody, and I would say definitely not for everybody who's 35 plus, because or even younger, and especially if you haven't done something like this for a while. Because if you do one proper heavy lifting session in a day, and then you, let's say, go for a run, or you do another workout like go boxing in the evening, whatever that might be, you do this for even a few weeks straight, you will feel it in the worst possible ways. Probably you might get it might do you more harm, unless you're already super athletic and this is just an extra challenge for you, right? I think you got to take it with that notion. If you're already super athletic, you have been working out 5 days a week, then 2 extra is not going to be a big deal for you, and you already have been healthy, you haven't been drinking, you've been super disciplined. This is just an extra thing to like, oh, I'm going to challenge myself just a little more. If you are not super fit, if you have been drinking recently, if you like haven't been looking after yourself, you need to build up to that level, or you'll just really hurt yourself at some point. And the recovery from that will take all of your results away from you. Because as soon as you get ill, like you get a flu or whatever, because your immune system from all this stress got compromised, and then you get ill, now all of those things that you wanted to achieve, they just taking back. It will take you time to recover, you'll become weaker, and yeah. So both are a little there. So I kind of like this soft 75 version.
Yeah, but I don't like how soft sounds.
Soft sounds bad. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You don't want to be soft.
Maybe light. Light would
I
be.
think
a better...
some people call it medium, some people call it soft. But you know what? I think it's doable for somebody who's, well, our age, which is 40 or plus 35. If you're very good at not just fit, you're very good at cross disciplines. For instance, you know your Pilates, you know your yoga, you know your joint mobilization, because now then you can mix and match the workouts. You can do yoga for recovery days and you can do walk for recovery days. So I think it's doable. To be honest, I actually tried to start 75 hard literally a week ago, just when I started to recover from flu. Obviously that was a mistake, but I ended up doing 75 soft or medium, I hate that word, soft, for a week. So just instead of reading nonfiction, I'm reading in French, which is actually much tougher, much more time consuming.
Yeah.
So the only thing I need to add on top is a jog in the evening or a walk in the evening. And that's going to be it. But again, it's harder when you have kids. I mean, much, much harder when you have kids. And obviously, if you have a corporate job, you're tied to a schedule. It's doable, but you have to be an athlete. You have to be in good form. It's not all just about willpower. Sometimes you shouldn't really push through.
Yeah, it depends. I know that some people, especially people for whom athleticism and just working out is one of their religions. They absolutely believe that they have to work out every day and they really enjoy it. I've seen like jacked parents with little kids where they go with them on hikes. They
we've seen that couple together.
Yeah, we've seen
11 years ago.
No, but not just that couple. I've seen others as well, where people go on cycling with like a little kid. I've seen a guy doing lunges with a little girl on his shoulders and stuff like that, and looking quite jacked, doing the pull-ups with a kid.
But that's like 1%.
Yeah, but I'm saying that is still possible because completely, not completely, but a little bit of off topic here. What I really like is places, countries, cities where they put by the those playgrounds where the children's play, where they play something for adults there, like a pull-up bar or a dip bar or both, right? Because they don't take much space, and while the kids are playing, the adults can work out a little bit while watching the kids, right?
Yeah, very cool.
What's the and that's what annoys me quite a bit about the majority of London's open gyms, for instance, that you can see is that you get playgrounds but nothing workout wise for adults. Sometimes you do have a playground and the open gym like away from it, some place away. The pull-up bar and a dip bar, they take so little space. You can put it anywhere almost,
Parents are supposed to be weak, soft, and wobbly,
and depressed
and
and
depressed.
dirty
Yeah.
and yeah, fucked up. Well, we don't have kids, so
Yeah.
it's hard for us to tell, but it is possible. I have seen people doing that. I think the only thing that stands in a way of this is that parents are often just sleep deprived, and when you're
Yeah.
sleep deprived, your energy goes to shit. Like immediately, especially if you're older. It's when you're 21, you can go out all night, drinking it shit throughout the thing, sleep for 2 hours, and then drink a coffee, and you'll be fine. Now the game is a little, is a little
Yeah.
different.
The
So
game is rigged now.
the game, yeah, the game has always been rigged, but now it's the house tends to win. So unless you have a really nice, and that again for hard 75 or whatever other challenge, which goes and tells you that you have to work out every single day, or you have to really grind it every single day. There are some big influences, because you don't watch like Mr. Goggins and all of those guys who like just enjoy the suffering, and they're just superhuman, where they can do crazy shit every day, right? And even at their age. But for majority of people, if you don't give yourself that recovery, because you don't have professional trainers, you don't have professional nutritionists, most people won't, you will suffer for it. Your body will not take it on board. So probably the medium or whatever version of Hard 75 is something
Yeah,
good for
there
me.
is no one size fits all.
Yeah.
Question I was gonna ask you was, so speaking of other challenges, where do you stand in terms of dry January versus Misty Q1?
I don't know what a Misty Q1 is.
Basically, you just drink very, very occasionally, like in a fancy restaurant with
Mm.
food during all of Q1. You literally make like once a week, one glass, something like that. At the dry January, obviously.
But it says misty,
Misty.
like a mist. Okay.
With a Y.
I think it, I hate to say it, but it depends, right? Some people could benefit from going cold turkey, simply because it's hard to control yourself, right? You go and you have a glass of wine, and you're like, oh, this tastes so nice. There's no harm, since you have leeway. There's no harm in having another one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or then, oh, I'm having this dinner, and in your mind immediately, when I have a nice pasta, red wine is just, it's like they go together. You have to have it. And then you're like, oh, I have this again allowance, I can drink a little, and then suddenly you again
A
raking
little becomes a lot.
a little becomes a lot. And again, that's not for everyone, but for instance, for me especially, I'm going through like what's called medium 50, I guess, at the moment, medium hard 50. Yeah, the is that I went completely cold turkey simply because I found myself drinking too much at the end of last year, and it is hard. It is hard, and I realize if I give myself a little allowance, I might drink more than I should, which generally has never been like a massive problem for me in terms of just constant drinking or whatever. But there is a bunch of people out there, people who are more susceptible to alcoholism, who just can't stop. It's not about, for them, as far as I've heard, it's not about being like abstaining from drinking. It's about, if you have even a little, you can't stop. Yeah, and for some, so that is the main challenge. That's why they can't have occasional. The people who are actually like prone to alcoholism, they can't have any, because as soon as they start, that's it. They're done. You drank a little, just one glass, you're gone, right? You will be blackout drunk in an hour, right? Or like close to it, and you can't stop. So for people like that, probably Misty, or closer to the spectrum, the Misty Q1 is a bad idea. for people who are more in control and they haven't been drinking heavily, and it's just why the fuck not?
I think people who've been in control and they literally don't have alcohol problem don't really need Misty Q1 because by default they
By
would
default,
do it
in the Misty,
anyway.
yeah,
So that's my answer. I think if you're doing, how to put it, basically, if you can do Misty Q1 without a problem, you probably don't have any kind of alcohol problem,
yeah,
and you would live it in being this lifestyle anyway. So it a bit kills the purpose for me.
probably, yeah.
So that's why I'm doing, not that's why, I mean, I'm doing dry Q1, which is interesting. It's been 3 weeks so far, but
Yeah.
it's hard to measure it because 2 of those was heavy flu and you wouldn't drink anyway. So
Yeah.
actually, it's been just a week.
And it's funny, we were talking on this podcast as well about the fact that dry January is quite a stupid idea. Yeah. And I still believe in many ways that it is true because this is the sad month. And that's when, if you have control over your drinking, generally you don't have a drinking problem. That's not a month to stop, right? December might be more of a month to stop. But since we went through a brutal flu
Yeah.
throughout the whole Christmas and New Year's and beginning of January, and just to get yourself through it, and because we were traveling a little, I was drinking. Then that made a little sense. And also, you wanna understand, because I know most people right now, there's some kind of crazy bug going around, and most people are sick for a very long time. But it just surprised me for how long I was sick with this thing, and I wanna see whether there is gonna be improvement in resilience if I stop drinking and doing more cardio again. That's
So, okay, once we're over with Q1, what kind of challenge we kind of go through? Bottle of champagne, but mindful every day, I'm thinking.
mindful bottle of
Mindful
champagne every
bottle of
day.
champagne every day.
I think I'm gonna go through a mindful spliff of Californian weed every day. That would be good. Yeah, but really mindful.
Really mindful.
Really mindful. Yeah,
Really
yeah,
mindful.
yeah. Just
Okay, let's not get into class A drugs.
yeah. Just
But you know, lots
well,
of
depends
big
on the
room of opportunity there.
it depends on the country and how they're classified. I think not here. Anyway, yeah, you can go for many things like eating cheeseburger every day
Yeah.
with loads of fries. Yeah,
Mindfully.
it's a good mindful
Mindfully.
challenge. Yeah. Oh, it's an ancient movie, if you can call it a documentary, but Super Size Me, I remember, was one of the films. I think that was called Super Size Me, which really got me into more of a healthy lifestyle in a way, because we went out like many years ago, and the challenge was, I think, that the guy went and did McDonald's as only food every day for like 30 days or
something
longer,
like that. Yeah.
but like only McDonald's breakfast, like, and his health went to shit. Like, he went into almost critical state in that. So we're talking about which, like, one of the challenges I think that many kids go through in certain countries, especially, but right now everywhere, because apart from countries which go through famine and where food shortages are normal, but let's say in the if you can call them that, first world countries, or just wealthy countries overall, where even not so well off people can get a lot of food if they want, so a lot of cheap and low quality food. One of the challenges that I constantly see kids going through without even knowing that they're going through the challenge is that they're eating crappy food because their fat dumb parents, pushing it pretty much down their throats.
And this is the case when we can actually say fat and we can say dumb.
Oh, yeah, fat and dumb. Yeah, fat and dumb for sure. Because if you're fat, you obese, like you're clinically naturally obese, and you go again to your favorite fast food, like whatever it might be, the McDonald's has, whatever it is, and you go in there, you order your normal massive burger with the fries, with the milkshake and some other shit, and you take your little kid in there every day and you feed them the same shit.
And then you go to your friend's funeral.
And then you go to your fat friend's funeral, and with your now fat kid, because they eat the same shit as you. Those kids are going through massive challenge to their health, and it's going to be challenging for them throughout their life to get out of it. It's like you set them up for failing. Every time I see this, I just get so angry just looking at those people. And in our world, you can't really tell them anything because you're gonna be the person who's fat shaming someone or that. It's you are killing your kid, and you think that everyone else is the villain. It's that's quite a challenge.
Now I really want McDonald's. I can smell the fries because they use the Beyond Meat in their burgers, and very few places do that.
Oh, for the vegan burger.
Yeah, for the vegan, because I can't have onion and garlic. It's the only option for me. It's actually a good cheat meal for me. I really want to go to McDonald's now. What have you done, Alex?
I actually haven't had McDonald's for a very long time. I had some fries from McDonald's when you were ordering some,
and they were.
But I think I know.
Taste of heaven.
I know why. This is the same reason why, for instance, I'm good with not having cheese because I'm slightly, at least, dairy intolerant. Is somehow my brain rewired itself that it perceives cheese as poison. I just look at it same as I look at normal milk, and I'm like, my brain immediately, this is poison, and I don't want it. I don't crave it. I have nothing, no particular hard feelings of not having it. And in my brain, because every time I ate, like a long time, McDonald's, I felt ill every time. And for me, it's like, I'm not excited about it.
Yeah, but it's good kind of ill.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if you're starving and there's nothing else around, I would still eat it. If you're like really, really starving and that's your only option for the next 24 hours, or you're just going to be starving for the next 24 hours, then I would eat it. But otherwise, I just value my health, I guess, or me just not feeling ill a bit more than cheap food. Yeah. So there are so many other burger places, usually, especially in the big cities, that you can approach and have it.
I'm starving. Shall we go to our fancy reservation, or maybe cancel it, pay the penalty, and go to McDonald's?
Yeah, we can.
I'll
do
be
that.
the fanciest dressed.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, we can have a Big Mac on the way, and then
deal.
Yeah. Just stuff ourselves with 2 milkshakes as well, just so I would explode on the spot.
Oh my god!
Wouldn't that be lovely?
Nobody cares.
Yeah. What you say? Everyone cares. Yeah. Everyone cares about what I have to say about milkshakes. I'm confident.
I don't care. The Dior dog doesn't care, and
doesn't matter.
we have no
so
audience.
So encouraging, dear wife. Anyway, I think that's it. We rambled for enough. If you're having any challenges that you want to go through to improve your health and fitness and just feeling, good luck with it. It's not an easy one.
Ones.
Yeah, and let us know which ones we'd love to hear in the comments on whichever platform it is, on what challenge you're going through, whether you find it effective, and whether it's a good idea in the first place, or you just need to grind and be disciplined throughout the year all the time, and that works better. Which probably many people would say yes, but they wouldn't be able to handle it anyway. Anyway, thank you everyone. See you in the next one.
Bye.